Nolan Wells' family continues searching for answers. Many people believe the case deserves continued public attention until every question has been answered. I posted a picture today. I reposted that showed the day of, I believe, him in the pool with people after the time that they said they last saw him. So that's allegedly, but if this alleged picture date stamp is accurate, that's a cover up. So I feel like Ben Crump them when he puts his hands in things, they kind of get to the bottom of it. So I feel like they gonna get to the bottom of it because it's good headlines for them. And I'm just anxious to see and ensure, they said that Colin Kaepernick is paying for the private autopsy. So everybody seems to be coming together on this to ensure that proper answers are received. And a lot of people might say, well, why is just one person so important? A lot of people like to turn to black on black violence. But listen, let me explain something. Black on black violence is a symptom of situations like the Nolan Wells case because of the ways that we were persecuted in
Mm.
this country, because of the ways that we were subjugated in this country. We experienced this level of black on black violence that was actually manifested and created by the CIA, but we ain't even gonna talk about that. That's where it
That's
originated,
a
right?
that's another story, but
People
yeah.
don't like to talk about where it came from. People don't like to talk about how entire game plans were built to dissolve African American communities. They went from dropping bombs on us to imposing psychological warfare on our communities with added resources such as cocaine and the crack epidemic and the gang epidemic to do so. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But what are your thoughts on Nolan Wells?
Okay, so I called foul ball when um I just knew it was some bullshit because three white boys, a black boy, and I
Mm-hmm.
fear when my nephew go off to college. I had to have a conversation with him because they didn't grew up in a time where we were like, and let's be real, black people not racist. We don't care enough to be racist and to hate an entire race
Exactly.
or to care what you guys are doing. Like I see that all the time. And what another thing that pisses me off is the diaspora of black, meaning the Africans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans. I
Yes.
think that bothers me too that they hate black people until they
Yes.
experience what we experience. Then
Yep.
it's all kumbaya moment. So Nolan Wells was wrong. Now I don't know if it's a
Yes.
racist thing or if
Yes.
he was messing with that little white boy's girlfriend because apparently Nolan
Crime
had
of
two
passion.
phones. hmm And so
Crime of
if it
passion.
was a crime of passion, they're trying to cover it up. That's why they kept the phone. They deleted
Something
text messages.
accidental happened. I think that from what I'm hearing, and this sounds legitimate, there was a fight. They jumped on him. He was injured worse than they thought, and he succumbed to said injuries, and they panicked. I do believe that that's what happened. I think they were all drunk and it got out of hand. And um, of course, they gonna stick together, right?
But ain't that? But this is what I'm saying, Lola. Do you not find it crazy that the three of them were supposed to be his long life friends? They grew up
Don't
together.
matter. Don't matter. At the end of the day, when they look at one another, they look alike.